Welcome to episode 15 of Comics and Us. I'm TJ.
And I'm Chris.
And I'm Lumpy.
And this is the review show that reviews comics chronologically. Sometimes. I think it's sometimes, or kind of. It's one of those things. Who cares? Anyway, this is the season finale, our first season finale. Sure, whatever. I can't talk today. And we're going to review the actual first issue of Batman. Was released, I think it was released in April 1940, but it's just called the spring issue, and it is 68 pages, and it has a bunch of Batman stories in it. Yeah.
I'm pulling it up right now. And,
So, yeah. Anyway, so obviously Batman's on the cover.
And Robin.
Batman and Robin are on the cover, and they're swinging through the city, attached to the sky, apparently. But we have...
Well, they're attached to Batman's wings.
Oh, yeah, they are.
The logo, sure.
Yeah, the logo's wings.
We have the all brand new adventures of the Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder. So, yeah, that cover is actually kind of generic.
Yeah, for
it is.
First Batman issue, you think they would have went all out, but it's not great. It's not a big deal, this cover.
No. It's still 10 cents, though, so that's good.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty crazy that the spring issue was still 10 cents. Like, it's a big comic. There's a lot to it. So
but a detective it's just as long as a regular Detective Comics.
I guess that's true. It's still the same. It's just more Batman.
We got used to the Batman 6 pages. That's what we got used to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, my version opens up with ads, but you guys are just reading the story, so we're going to skip that. And we really open with the Legend of Batman, the origins of Batman. And we already covered this. I don't remember which episode it was, but this is just a recap of how his parents were killed and how he became Batman. It's a 2-page spread of that, so I don't know if you guys have anything to say about it.
It's basically the same. The drawings are a little bit, just slightly different. And some of the coloring's a little different, but it's basically the same from the origin story that we reviewed before.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Anyway, we truly open with the first story. It says Batman with the Robin Boy Wonder, but the actual title is The Joker. Yeah. And we got introduced to probably the most iconic supervillain ever here. So
I would say so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's a couple of old people reading a paper in their living room or something, and then this strange voice comes over saying he's going to kill somebody at 12 o'clock precisely at midnight.
Yeah, precisely 12.
Because the Joker has spoken. And so I don't know who he's trying to kill here. I'm looking for it.
I like the first page where he's got the cards and he has Batman, Robin, and the Joker from the deck. Joker. I think that's pretty neat. Joker.
Go
ahead.
He's going to kill Henry Claridge. That's who he's going to kill and steal his diamond at midnight.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
We learned that Joker is really into jewels.
Yeah, they all are. We spoke about that before. Everybody seems to be into jewels at this point.
But Joker's really into jewels.
I think Joker just likes taking people's stuff.
That's probably true.
He does.
But in the story we're going to cover later, he gets a little obsessive.
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
Anyway, so the cops are in Henry Claridge. I think that's his name, Henry Claridge's house, and there's like 1,000 cops in there.
Yeah, they make a circle around him.
And they're searching, and it's like, all right, there's no way Joker's going to get me. The bell tolls, and then Henry Claridge dies with a giant smile on his face.
Yeah, grotesque. The Joker brings death to victims with a smile.
It is neat how they put the Joker smile on all the dead people. It's actually really cool.
Even people who don't die later on get the Joker smile before they wake back up again.
Yeah, when they're like knocked out. It's actually a really neat piece. I like that they've done that throughout the comic. It's pretty cool.
So this is a big mystery here. Like, the cops make a circle around him. It's 11 o'clock. They stand there for an hour, and he drops dead anyway at midnight.
Yep. And I just want to point out, I've been keeping track of this, too. Joker kill count 1.
Yes.
Well, guess what? I think he's gonna pass Batman, and he's not even in every issue.
He will definitely pass Batman.
You know what I just learned today, though? And, like, I think it's the 60s. They actually took out the Joker because that's when everything was getting too kiddie, and the Joker doesn't show back up for over a decade.
Really?
Yeah, he disappears for like 10 years.
And he still stayed, right on top when he came back, I guess. Wow.
Well, new writers came in and revived him.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
I'll tell you what, this Joker and, so his drawing, he's really gaunt. Like, his face is really, drawn out. Like, New Age Joker that I know of isn't so crudely faced. I don't know how to explain it. Like, he's,
there's more lines on his face.
Yeah, he's just really drawn out, like weathered.
I mean,
I guess
different Jokers, different eras, different creators. Everyone's drawn them a little differently.
Yeah, I like it though. I think he's a neat character so far.
So anyway, the cops can't figure it out. They find out that the jewel is a fake and that the Joker had left a card for him.
Yeah.
And then we get introduced to the Joker proper, and he explains that he went in the night before and poisoned the guy. It takes 24 hours for the poison to kick in, and he replaced the diamond. So
this is your first real, what it's supposed to be, that murder mystery kind of detective thing. Like, I know that they tried to do that earlier in Batman comics, but this one is actually officially a mystery, The cops don't know how it happened, so
My question
I thought that was pretty neat.
This is a big crime, and this is the first thing he ever did? Like, they never heard of him before?
apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how how is he broadcasting to every radio?
Yeah, they don't mention how he's doing it.
It's weird. He breaks through, because those older people were listening to a radio station.
Yeah, and he's just in, a basement or something with a radio, so I don't know how he's doing it.
You don't know, you could just talk into a radio, and it goes to every radio.
Well, back then, there may not have been as many stations either.
This is true.
So, Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson hear about the Joker on the radio, but Bruce doesn't want to go after him? Is that what I'm seeing here?
Yeah, let's wait until the time is ripe, is what Bruce says, for some reason. I don't know what he's waiting for. The guy killed a guy, and he don't want to get him yet. He's going to wait.
Well, and like you said, the Joker just came on the scene, so he doesn't know enough about the guy yet. So he has to give him a little time. I mean, he needs to find out some more info.
Well, you would think, but I've seen him just show up at people's houses over the last.
He's definitely showed up out of nowhere.
He definitely has.
I mean, that's true.
Including getting lost in the woods and magically just ending up in a crime scene. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the next night, I'm assuming it's the next night. Joker
another night.
It says another night, but, time is weird in comic books.
Sure is.
The Joker comes over the radio yet again and says he's going to kill James Wilde this time and steal his ruby. And Wilde is freaking out. He's going to die. He's going to die. And he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I wasn't sure. I didn't remember how this one actually, how he died. I was trying to look through and see how he died.
So the Joker shoots him with a poison dart from inside dart. Yeah, he shoots him with a dart, and he's inside the, whatever it's called, the suit of armor statue.
I got you. Followed by a strange gas that puts everybody else out, too, right?
Yes.
So they're not dead, these two? I thought they were dead. The cops.
Wait, I don't know. I don't think the cops are dead. Because he says, thank you, gentlemen. You have, what does it say? You have me happy too? Oh, you have me happy too. We shall meet again. So I'm guessing they're not dead.
Yeah, and all the cops are smiling on the ground.
That's why I assume the two down here at his feet in the last panel they were dead because of the smiles.
But I think the gas, even if it's non-lethal, makes them smile anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of go over that in this comic. Somewhere they do talk about it. I forget where.
I like how he takes a ruby and then takes a bow and leaves.
He is the Joker.
He is the Joker.
Joker kill count 2.
Right.
Alright, so then the police search for him everywhere and they can't find him because he's the Joker.
And apparently police in the 40s suck, too.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we got from this.
Yeah.
They're kind of lazy. Like, things happen and they're like, oh man, can't really do anything, so...
We did learn that Fogs gets them confused, so...
True.
It does.
And they only chase you for like half a block and then they give up. We learned that, too.
Right. So, now it's time for Batman to step in, but also the criminal underworld are not liking the way the Joker is acting, so they're gonna find him, too.
Brute Nelson is his name. Brute Nelson's gang wants to get him, too. Brute Nelson reminded me of the guy... What was the guy's name from Detective Comics? What was his name?
Slam Bradley?
Slam Bradley. When I read Brute Nelson, I thought of Slam Bradley right away.
Who's the other one? Who's the other? Slam Bradley and the other guy.
What's other guy?
There was another big comic in that first one we read who actually is still...
Well, we have Bart Regan Spy. We had
him.
Speed Saunders.
Speed Saunders.
Speed Saunders is the other guy. That's the bigger comic, Speed Saunders.
So yeah, I wasn't sure which one you're talking about.
Yeah, they remind me of both.
So this gang is thinking about, going after the Joker, but then the Joker just shows up at their house.
That's what I wrote down. I wrote, Joker goes to Brute's house, and then so does Batman.
Everybody just converges on Brute.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, Brute's looking for the Joker. I guess we'll all just show up there and then save him some time.
And then
I like his insult. Very neat. That ugly head of yours does have a brain. Talking to Brute Nelson.
Who, the Joker or Batman?
The Joker says that to Brute Nelson.
So then Batman's trying to sneak in and gets caught. He's like, I guess I wasn't as quiet as I thought I was.
You know what's even funnier? Is the Joker uses the door, but you know Batman came in through the upstairs window.
Always. Yeah, well, he's at the top of the steps when he comes in. He didn't go through no door. And then he does like a Superfly jump off the top of the steps.
And tackles like 3 of Brute Nelson's lackeys, and then he punches another guy, hits another guy with a chair. And then
human avalanche strikes the gunman.
And then as they're fighting, the Joker shoots Brute Nelson and kills him? Is that what I see here?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's hard to tell if these people die or not.
I think
so. It says, I won't waste the usual Joker venom on you, Brute, but give you something you can understand. Lead. And kills him.
Shoot him.
So Joker's up to 3 now. But I will remind you, at this time, Batman has already killed 20 people.
Right.
But the Joker just killed 3.
So Joker escapes out a window, and I'm assuming steals Batman's red car.
I mean, he's in the red car. But does Batman still have the red car? I thought he was using a blue one now.
I don't know. I'm just joking. I think it's it's Joker's car.
Maybe he sold Joker's old car when he got the blue one.
Or maybe that's just the only car that exists in the city.
True. Maybe they all have the same car.
Everybody shares one car.
Yeah, everybody shares the car.
Yeah.
Joker tries to shoot him, but then they crashes the car off of a bridge. They both escape, and then Joker kicks the shit out of Batman.
Joker kicks the crap out of Batman, like right away, too.
Yeah, he punches him and knocks him off a bridge.
And again, the cold water wakes Batman up. Apparently, Batman cannot be knocked out and thrown in the water because it wakes him right back up again.
Well, it's funny that the Joker kicked him in the face and knocked him out.
It looks like the Joker broke his friggin' neck when he kicked him in the face.
Yeah, when his like back is bent across the bridge before he falls off, it does. He really kicked his ass here.
I feel like Batman didn't have a chance. Like, Joker whipped the crap out of him.
He did.
I mean, Joker is portrayed as pretty, tough in this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Batman even says, "At last I finally met a foe that can give me a good fight."
Anyway, so the Joker is now going off the Judge Drake, who once put him to prison. So
apparently that wasn't his first crime then.
No, but maybe it's his first crime as the Joker.
Maybe.
So the cops are protecting the judge, and the police chief sits down to play cards with the judge to get his mind off it. And the police chief is apparently the Joker, who had tied up the police chief and threw him in a closet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so, which is actually another really cool drawing to me. Like, I really like the drawing of his face as the...
Yeah, because now you can tell it's the Joker.
Police chief. Yeah. It's very clear that it's the Joker.
But I mentioned this in the previous episode, Scooby-Doo ending.
Good work, Scooby!
You did it! Dr. Bell!
Ending on this one, too.
Hold on.
Not ending, but it's definitely Scooby-Doo.
So, is this established right here when he's pretending to be the police commissioner? Is he wearing makeup? The Joker?
Wait, you mean is the white the makeup, or...
Yeah, well, which one's the makeup? Even that's a question.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if the white's the makeup or if he's just putting on skin-colored makeup to fool him.
Yeah, because it just says police disguise removed.
Right.
Once again, the Joker prepares. So I don't know if it was a mask, because it's definitely the Joker's eyes and teeth.
Yeah, big smile.
In the drawings. But yeah, it's hard to say if it's makeup or what.
Also, how did the judge die? Is this the one with the card? There was poison on the cards?
Nope, that's later.
Okay.
But I think this is just another one of the toxins, because it was a 24-hour toxin, because it says 10 o'clock hit and the venom works well.
Huh. Well, you know what else, too? What is with Joker in his different times? Like, usually if you're going to commit a crime, you do it at the same time if you're going to tell him ahead of time. He keeps changing his times around.
Well,
it all depends on when he is able to administer
Yeah.
Poison.
Right. If he did it at 9 o'clock the day before, it's got to be 9 o'clock if it's a 24-hour venom. You're right.
Yes. So he only knows after he has actually administered the venom.
There is that, but he's also an agent of chaos, and he doesn't like to be predictable either. So
That's true. And when he shoots the guy with the dart, that one's different.
So he likes to switch things up from time to time, from what I got. Anyway, Joker death count 4, and then the police give orders, and then now all of a sudden Robin's there.
Yeah, well, Robin, I think, was just waiting outside the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Batman told me to follow anyone that comes out of the judge's house. So here it goes.
So he follows Police Commissioner Joker, and then we get Robin knockout count number 2 as he gets hit in the back of the head.
Bop on the back of the head. This is their kryptonite. We figured that out.
But now they switched it to Robin because now Batman said don't make Batman look like an idiot.
Right, well, because he just got his butt whipped by Joker. He can't have him get bopped on the back of the head, too.
Yeah. So somehow Batman transferred his weakness to Robin, though.
Well, he trained him how to get knocked out by a bop on the back of the head.
That's fair. Anyway, Batman has a flashlight that can see footprints.
Yeah, yes, he does. Well, apparently he put some kind of powder on his and Robin's soles. A luminous chemical that glows only in infrared light that he put on the soles of his and Robin's boots.
Yeah, I don't think that's how infrared light works, but okay.
And then he's got an infrared flashlight and he can follow Robin wherever he wants. Problem is, you have to know where those footprints started to even start following it with an infrared flashlight.
It started at the Batcave.
He followed him from the Batcave?
Yeah.
I guess he had to look outside the house, because he knows he was there casing the house for him.
So here's my other thing. This seems like pretty far away. Did he make more Robin walk all the way there?
Robin walked.
Yeah, I mean...
all the way.
Yeah, I don't know how Batman got there, to be honest with you.
Well, he had to have had the car. So Robin had to walk.
No, Batman walks there too, because he walks there with his flashlight.
No, he walks to where Robin had walked to. He drives to the crime scene, gets out, and follows.
Oh, and then, yeah, you're right. So maybe he dropped him off there earlier.
No, when they got up in the morning, he's like, Robin, put your suit on and walk all the way across town. I'll meet you over there later.
I will meet you there.
Well, what sounds more ridiculous? Him walking all the way there, or Batman driving Robin and then stopping at the sidewalk and said, "Get out, Robin."
Well, and nobody sees him drop Robin off. Like, I think if somebody saw him, they'd be like, "Hey, Joker, don't go to that house. Batman's going to be there."
Like a parent dropping off a kid at school or something.
Yeah, this guy dropped off a kid in a bright yellow cape, but nobody saw him.
Oh, I forgot to mention, Joker knocked out Robin and kidnapped him.
Yes.
So now he's got Robin tied up, and then Batman comes busting through the window.
Wait. Joker knocked Robin out and kidnapped him. Why is there footprints for Batman to follow? Didn't Joker carry him off or he make him walk? Did Joker drag him by his hair and let his feet drag on the ground?
I mean, he would still have to step in order to have footprints.
Right.
They would be dragged by the heel. They would be heel prints at that point.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Batman found them now, but okay.
So actually, though, Robin walks in the house and then gets knocked out in the house.
Right. Oh, and then Joker just stays in that house.
Okay.
Yeah. Joker ties him up in the house.
All right, so it's not that far-fetched then. Okay.
All right.
But Batman comes through a window.
Yeah, he doesn't have those doors.
But here's the thing. It's not just a pane of glass. If you look at the drawing, he busts through the wood and all.
Oh, yeah, he busts through the window frame.
The frame is literally around him through the window. Like, he came through a wooden whole window. Not even just a pane of glass this time.
No, he left through the window frame, too.
So, Batman busts through in the window, and he gets in a fight with Joker. He punches him, and then I don't know what happens in this one panel. It's like an explosion or something.
Sends the Joker crashing into a chemical table, and a flash of electric flame ignites the chemicals in a blast and then fire.
But it doesn't look like that at all. It looks like a sun.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks crazy, but I guess we don't know what chemicals look like when they blow up like that.
That's fair, but so these chemicals explode, and the Joker's still fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joker. Yeah, he's looking for his spray gun. Yeah, that it fall into the floor.
And then he shoots Batman with some chemicals.
Right. Well, I actually did write down in my notes here that it says Joker's immune to this because he created it.
But he did create it, so
right.
he
so Joker
probably
created
is.
it. He's immune to it.
But Batman survives it because of his new superpower to be able... He has super healing powers, they say.
Actually, it says right here in this panel, injections of my antidote make me immune, Batman, but not you. So that's why Joker's immune to all that chemical.
Right. Well, after Joker leaves, it says, but Joker's not reckoned with the amazing recovery powers of the mighty Batman.
Oh, yeah, I see that too.
So, Batman has amazing recuperative abilities, too.
Well, we do know that he got shot one time and they never mentioned it again, so...
He's got shot twice.
Twice, and they never mentioned it again. So he
goes to the doctor, and then he's fine.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Anyway, he brings Robin out of the burning house, and a few minutes later, they lose the Joker. They're as bad as the cops.
Well, honestly, after he gets Robin out of the house, they got two panels. The second panel after that is better than the cover of this book. Those two running.
Yeah, when they're running, yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
I like how he's like running into the other panel.
Yeah, they cross, and his cape crosses out of the top of the panel too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's definitely better than the cover.
So we learned the Joker is kind of an idiot because he told Robin that he was going to steal the Cleopatra necklace next.
Yeah, but you know what? He tells everybody everything because he don't care because he thinks he can get away with it.
That's fair, but he usually tells them as like a taunt or something.
Right.
But this was just, he had the kid tied up, he must have been bored, and he was like, okay, so I'm going to go steal the Cleopatra necklace next.
Well, he was planning to have Robin die at a certain time. He was going to inject him with the venom, and then 24 hours later he'd be dead.
But
and the Joker would have gotten
the diamond.
Yeah, but there's no reason to tell him about the necklace that gives Batman a way to find him. Because Batman cuts him off just as he gets to the place.
Right.
And then Joker tries to shoot him and misses.
And then Robin kicks the Joker's butt for a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
After the Joker throws his gun at Batman and misses, he jumps to a wooden plank of construction site. Why is there a construction site next to this place?
Well, they were everywhere in the 40s.
Is this the construction site that they were on at the last comic where they were not the last comic, and the one where Robin...
They're standing on the metal beam?
Yeah.
Well, they finally got a floor in now, if it is, so...
Yes.
I mean,
they did put wood flooring in.
It is a few issues later, so it makes sense that some progress with the construction site was happening.
Yeah. Maybe Gotham's not that big yet. Maybe, there's only like 8 houses in Gotham.
Oh, we'll get to that in a moment in the next issue. I have questions about where we actually are. Anyway... So Joker runs to the construction site, and Robin meets him there, and then Robin kicks him off of the construction site.
Yeah, Batman couldn't beat him. Robin kicks him right off the construction site.
And the Joker's going to fall to his death until the Batman catches him.
Yeah, Batman saves him.
I'm surprised he saved him.
Batman catches him from the building across the street from the scaffolding that Robin kicks him off.
Robin kicked him across the street.
Yeah, and then Batman is on the building, not on the construction site where he catches the Joker.
Batman tells him, you're too valuable a prize to lose. That's why he caught him. He would have let him die, but he's too valuable.
Okay, if you say so. Anyway, he catches the Joker, knocks him out, and then they drop him off of jail.
Yeah, they put him in jail.
But
the Joker says he will yet have the last laughs.
I mean, he does return in this same issue.
Well, he knew he was coming back.
Right. So, and then, it just has Bruce and Dick talking, and then it shows Joker in jail, and then The Amazing Batman, America's most famous adventure strip. I don't think that's true at this point, but okay. Character with a sensational new discovery that laughing young daredevil Robin, the Boy Wonder, will thrill you every month with their astounding exploits in Detective Comics.
So I got a question about that. So Robin's only been in this for a short amount of time now.
Yeah.
And they really pump Robin up as this laughing boy.
Yeah, it's weird the way they say that.
But he's not, in the comics, you don't ever, he's not laughing at things. I'm kind of confused at where they come up with this laughing boy.
I think they're trying to make him sound like a kid, but he doesn't act like a child.
No, he's just kicked the Joker's ass.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just confused at why they continually really try to pump him up as this laughing boy.
So this, in the synopsis I have, it's broken down in the story. So this one was called The Joker, and the individuals that were in here were Batman, Robin. It says James Gordon, but I don't remember Gordon being on there. Was Gordon in there?
In the first part, Commissioner Gordon was there for the when the Joker first says he's going to kill somebody. Gotcha. I think Commissioner Gordon sends all the cops to the guy's house.
Then it says the Joker, Brute Nelson, Henry Claridge, Jay Wilde, and Judge Drake. And the locations are just Gotham City. And the items are the Joker Venom, and that's it.
I don't know if I mentioned this one was 13 pages.
You said 60-something for the entire book, but yeah.
So this individual comic was 13 pages, and it's the longest Batman comic we've had so far.
Really? 13 was the longest?
Yeah, because they're usually 12.
Okay.
But yeah, so Joker finishes his death count on that one at 4.
Right.
So, in my version, probably not in yours, I got this... The next thing I see here is called a little comic strip called Major Bigsby and Bots. Okay. Right. It's only 2 pages. It's about like this bumbling cowboy guy. I think it's his manservant, and people think he's gonna rob the bank, but he's not. He's just incompetent. But the sheriff arrests him, but lets him out after he said he'll pay a fine because the sheriff's greedy and he's gonna get paid for it. And so he releases the 2, and then the idiot starts celebrating by shooting the ground, and then they get thrown in the back of a paddy wagon. The end.
Okay.
That's a weird thing to put in there. Like, it's a Batman comic. Why are they throwing this guy in?
I don't know. It's only 2 pages, and it's a comedy strip.
Okay. Maybe I thought the Joker was too serious, so they had to, get a little interlude in there.
So anyway, we move on to the next story, which is 12 pages, and it's called The Giants of Hugo Strange.
Right off the bat, I noticed that there's no Robin on the first panel.
You know what I think it is? Is Robin even in this?
He's not.
He is not, so it just says Batman.
Do you remember before Robin was introduced, there was a story. This story was advertised as the next month.
Oh, yes. I do remember that, yes.
And this was supposed to be there, so I think this is the last one before they introduced Robin.
And you're right, because there's no Robin at all in this.
Do they still do books? If they still do books as it goes along without Robin, do they just call it Batman, or do they still say Batman and Robin on the cover, I wonder?
I don't think Robin's out of a story since this, really.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen one yet.
Okay.
I think TJ's right. This is the one that was supposed to be in the thing, but it was so good that they decided to save it for the spring issue or something. Or maybe it wasn't ready and then they released it. Like, this was definitely before Robin was introduced.
Or maybe Robin was actually the next issue after they advertised this, and they wanted to bring him in quicker, so they decided to move this back.
Yeah, to move it.
Right.
But this is good. This one, I thought this one was pretty good.
Well, it's Hugo Strange again, so it's cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we get introduced.
Did you say the title of this one?
Hugo Strange. Wait, where is it? I lost it. The Giants of Hugo Strange.
Now, see, mine says Professor Hugo Strange and the Monsters.
No, I got the Giants of Hugo Strange.
Yeah, that's straight. Well, like I said, I got the hard copy. You got, from a different anthology than you're reading it, but it's weird how some of the titles are different.
Yeah, and mine doesn't say any of that. They do refer to them as monsters.
I mean, and the first page of this is pretty cool, too. Batman looking up at this giant.
It is really neat.
Anyway, so Hugo Strange escapes from jail. That's going to be a theme.
Yes.
He kills some cops. I think he kidnaps the warden because he says, go get the warden.
Yeah. We'll use him as a shield.
Well, what you didn't mention is it says, while an innocent Metropolis sleeps. Is this Metropolis?
This is where I was getting at, because after he escapes from jail, he goes to Metropolis Insane Asylum,
right,
and breaks out. So I guess Hugo Strange was arrested in Metropolis, and thus Batman's in Metropolis.
Well, it says, while an innocent Metropolis sleeps, little does it realize that Hugo Strange, a terrifying man, and monsters shall soon stalk the streets.
So, what, does Gotham not have its own jails?
I don't know. Maybe, like I said...
Yeah, are they shipped off?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. This is where I got confused with where everything was taking place. Because
in my synopsis, it says Gotham City. Locations Gotham... Oh, but they do wind up in Gotham City eventually, right?
Well, all it shows is Bruce Wayne listening to the radio at his home in Wayne Manor. It doesn't say.
And then, but then it says a month later...
In the streets of Manhattan.
In Manhattan, yeah, wow. They're all over the place in this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
So a metropolis, though, is a descriptive word. Yeah. So maybe that's not a place. Maybe it's actually they're just talking about New York.
Yeah, but
Yeah, go ahead.
They wouldn't name the insane asylum after, a descriptive word. That's got to be the name of the place.
Yeah, that's what's weird about it, because technically in this book, they're in Manhattan, Metropolis, and Gotham.
Well, Metropolis is the home of Superman.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you knew that, Chris.
Yeah, I thought you knew that too.
I did not.
So that's why I was confused.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, Bruce hears about the escape of Hugo Strange, and then a couple months later, giants show up in the streets of Manhattan, throwing cars, bullets don't pierce them. From cops try to shoot them, but they don't pierce them. I'm assuming he kills these cops because he hits them with a light post.
Yeah, he throws a car at them.
Yeah, and just goes on a giant rampage. Yeah. And then he throws a rock out of the back of a building and breaks a car as he's trying to run away.
And they're shooting him, but the bullets thud into the beast, but only maddens him.
Yeah, nothing
It's
happens.
actually pretty wild, like, this stuff. It's like, there's a lot of carnage with these guys.
Yeah.
But nothing hurts them.
Well,
I'm also very confused.
There's stuff that hurts them. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Also,
go ahead.
Are they picking them up in a truck? Is that what they're dropping them off and picking them back up?
Yeah.
So wait, this is what I was going to get to. I'm confused. So these guys are bigger than buildings. Then they're smaller than light posts. Then they fit in the back of a truck. Like, they're not even as tall as the wheel on the truck.
But it's a big truck.
Yeah.
Not really, because there's a car driving behind it that looks the same size tires.
Yeah, but the thing that
the truck.
They're crouching down.
But he's not as big as the tire.
That panel when he's running up to the truck, maybe he's further away than we can tell, but he doesn't look like he's big as the truck. You're right.
Perspective, Lump.
Perspective. Go to the next panel, and those tires are not that. They're not that big. The truck's not even as tall as the building.
No, it's small in the next panel where he throws the rock. Yeah, he throws something at the car.
And when he's standing in the back of the truck is definitely not the size of the building that he was towering over in a couple panels back. Just confused by the size of these guys.
So what I don't understand is that all this carnage is happening, but it takes him to that night for Bruce Wayne to hear about it.
Yeah, well, because he's in another town.
Yeah, but you think it's big news, right?
Yeah, but they don't have televisions. Maybe he didn't put the radio on until just now. Yeah, he's not like us nowadays who have the TV on constantly.
Right, yeah, he doesn't hear about it until that night he's sitting by his radio.
Well, he's got stuff to do, He can't. He didn't have a Walkman.
You would think he was out gliding around in his plane and he would have seen it.
Yeah, that's a possibility too. Well, I think he only circles Gotham when he goes out in a plane.
No, because in a few panels he goes into his plane. That suddenly,
you're right, he does.
That suddenly has a machine gun mounted to it.
Yeah. Well, you know what I like? The monsters tearing it down, and they call it an L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You gotta be from specific cities to know what that is.
Right.
The L.
Anyway, so they're tearing down the city, and then Batman doesn't fly to the city. He flies to a farm.
And then gets out of the plane. Yeah, I don't know. Well, he must have knew that something was going on at that farm.
Yeah, but it says, if I know Professor Strange, there will be more to them to stop it. And then it doesn't say why he's decided to go to this farm.
No, it just
says,
In the
panel, they show him following the truck.
Oh, you're right.
Right, the truck's pulling in. Yeah, that's it.
But how does he know that that's the truck? He just heard it on the radio.
That's fair, too.
So I'm confused at that, but that's what it is. He heard on the radio
the night before, and I think he found out the next day the monsters appeared somewhere, and he flew over to where they were.
Yeah,
you're right. I do see that. The next day the monster appears.
But this truck is like driving on a road. It's just a random truck on a road. He just happens
You're
to know.
right.
Yeah.
He just follows that truck.
Anyway, it's a trap.
It's a trap!
I guess Hugo Strange led him into a trap somehow. As Batman goes... See, the problem is, Batman went through the front door.
Yeah, he can't go through the door. You see, he doesn't know how to work when he goes through the door.
And so these monsters capture him.
They just grab him by the arms. That's it. All they had to do was grab him by the arms. He didn't even try to fight him.
Nope. And Hugo...
Good evening, gentlemen.
And Hugo Strange has his whip.
Yeah,
so
he does.
You think he's going to use it, but he doesn't. Instead, he mixes up... he explains his whole plan. Someone explain his plan.
It's 4 panels long.
Yeah, I know. That's why I pushed it off on you.
Okay, here you go. Strange tells him his plans, then tells him he's going to turn him into a monster, and he's going to inject Batman with the serum that takes 18 hours. and then he knocks him out.
But he explains how he did these giants are the same, escape the same asylum people.
I discovered an extract that speeds up the growth glands. I inject this fluid into a normal man, and the sudden growth not only distorts the body, but also the brain. And soon he is a monster.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and they have bulletproof material. I see it now.
Yeah. So it goes. It's the dialogue is like text, like pages of text.
Yeah, it really is.
It's ridiculous how much.
It's amazing how much they fit into those little word balloons.
Yeah, it just goes on and on and on, explaining his plan until he finally sticks Batman with the needle. Which Batman really, I would think he would have like bulletproof power by now at this point. How is a needle piercing him?
Well, it shouldn't even be able to get through his muscles of steel.
That's true too.
But it did.
So, it did.
And when I saw that, I was hoping I was going to see a monster Batman at some point.
I kind of was hoping the same. I'm like, oh no, there's going to be a giant Batman now.
Monster Batman's going to be great.
Asses.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
No, it's stupid how he solves it. Anyway, Batman gets...
It is stupid how he solves it.
Batman gets injected and he gets knocked out by the giant and then is left in a cell. He's unconscious for like, how many hours did it say? 18 hours?
Yeah, and it's almost time when he finally wakes up too.
That's convenient. It's 18 hours. I don't think that being knocked out works that way.
Well, there was no cold water to wake him up.
That's fair too.
Well, and they didn't even bop him on the back of the head. They hit him in the face. That's a different knockout for Batman.
Yeah, but that's also a giant fist that punched him in the face.
Yeah,
too.
it is.
It's a stronger fist.
And he hits his head, I guess, somewhere when they punch him.
Right. Maybe hits on the ground.
So this is where it gets a little ridiculous. Batman's got 15 minutes before he turns into a monster.
Yes.
In that 15 minutes, he manages to mix chemicals he has stored in his boot to blow his way out of the cell he's locked in. Fight Hugo Strange, punch him in the face, knock him out of a window off of a cliff into the ocean.
Which, I didn't see no ocean when they first got up to this farm either.
Yeah, well, then he gets into a fight with giants, causing them to end up fighting each other. And then, with 5 minutes left to spare, he starts mixing an antidote, and he managed to finish it with 1 minute left to spare and injects himself with it.
Yep.
All that happened in 15 minutes.
And all the monsters kill each other and they're all dead.
Yeah, because he made one of them bump into another one.
Oh, wait. No, two are still alive, but they're inside the trucks.
Right. But yeah, so Batman kicks one giant into another giant, and they fight each other and kill each other. Yeah. This is a little ridiculous.
He's also mixing up that antidote while they are fighting each other.
He lets them fight amongst themselves while he gets his stuff together.
My problem is, he doesn't know how Hugo Strange, what he mixed into that compound. He just knows how to mix the chemicals, and it takes only 5 minutes to do.
He's a chemist.
Don't you know how science works? They just mix anything together, and it makes all you need is to mix the antidote. You don't need to know nothing. It's a couple chemicals you mix. It makes one antidote for it.
It's the everything. Antidote. Yeah, it fixes all.
Fixes everything.
I think he would at least need a centrifuge.
You would think, right?
At the very least.
You would think he would need a sample of his own blood too.
Yeah, You've played video games. You get it's just called antidote.
Yeah. You just mix a couple different colors together, and it makes an antidote.
Well, but even then, you have to find the plant to do it.
True.
In some games, that's the antidote.
The chemicals he needs, the antidote is just sitting there on the desk. I don't think Professor Hugo Strange created an antidote. It was creating an antidote for these monsters.
What if he accidentally stuck himself with the needle? He had to have it ready. In case he needed it.
Anyway, Batman saves himself, gets in his Batplane, and then goes mows down two people in a truck.
Yeah, but listen, this is where we realize that Batman's going to slow down on his murder rate, because he mentions, as much as he hates to take human life, he's afraid this time it's necessary.
After he kills two people with bullets with a machine gun.
With a machine gun.
So, that's Bat murder count 21 and 22, but that's not even the worst death that he does, because then one of the giants gets out, he drops a rope around his neck, and then hangs him from his bat plane.
In front of all the children in broad daylight, he hangs this giant.
Yep. That's death count 23. I mean, this giant is strangled to death. You have to remember, too, these are just poor mental patients who were kidnapped by Hugo Strange and put in this thing. And Batman apparently knows what the antidote is.
Right.
But I don't know if the antidote would shrink him back down. Batman took the antidote before he changed.
Maybe not, but he didn't even bother to try.
Yeah, just hang him. And then he cuts the rope and lets him just drop.
And then the last one escapes.
I didn't mention yet. There's no propeller on the Batplane now either.
No, it just looks like a giant bat.
Yeah, it's just a giant bat now. There's no propellers at all, actually. I guess it's just a glider.
Apparently gliders work that way. Yeah. They just stay in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a plane now. It is not a helicopter. It just has wings.
Yeah, this is...
Anyway, the last giant escapes from the thing, and then we get a whole King Kong scene.
I wrote, the monster King Kong's it up the building. It's literally a copy of King Kong on this part.
Yeah, as Batman goes up and uses, gas pellets? Yeah, it's gas pellets to choke the guy, the giant, and then the giant falls off the Empire State Building and dies.
Right.
That's count number 24.
I'm just confused at, again, towns and places. He was on a farm.
Yeah, but you assume that's still in New York.
And this tiny farm in the middle of nowhere, off a cliff in the water, and he drives over to this other street, and now they're in the city again.
It must have been, right outside of New York.
I mean, he is flying, I guess, but that giant traveled really fast.
They got big, long legs. They just, a couple steps got him over to the city.
He did climb the building, so...
Well, no, see, after he hung the guy at the farm, he flew to where the truck was driving, which was in the city.
Well, yeah, I just don't know how it got that far.
They probably saw him hang the other one and was like, I'm out of here, and tried to run away. It's probably they're trying to escape the murder.
I see exactly what happens. After he hangs the guy, and he's dead, it says a few hours later. So Batman flew with this guy hanging for a few hours.
You're right.
Batman's flying over the city with this corpse for a few hours, shows up in the city, chases him, and then goes up and kills this guy. So, bat count 20, where is it? 24, and I'm just gonna say he killed 2 innocent people there.
Yeah. That he probably could have, or tried to save at least.
Yep.
But no, because they're from the insane asylum and they're giants. So in comics, that makes them evil.
Wait, does he kill the guys in the other truck too?
Yeah, he mows them down and then they crash into a tree.
He mentions that he don't like to take human life, but they deserved it.
And here's my favorite.
Necessary.
Here's my favorite line. After a few hours later thing, and he has the corpse hanging over there, Batman says he's probably better off this way.
He is. He's, they got him out of the insane asylum and they made him a giant monster, so he's better off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying he kills the 2 guys in the next truck too.
Yes, that's what he says that it was necessary. He doesn't like to take human life, but it was necessary when he kills the guys in the truck.
Yeah.
Well, then he kills the guys in the next truck.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, Lump, but they actually crashed through a window. And I can't tell if they were actually killed or not.
So he shoots the truck.
Yeah, he shoots the truck.
Then they crash into a building, and from the back of the truck, the monster gets out. So I guess you're right. You don't know if those 2 are dead.
But I'm pretty sure the truck before that, there was bullets from in the glass, like in the front glass, over the top of it, and then they crashed into a tree. The 2 beforehand.
Yeah, he killed those 2.
Those 2 were dead, but I'll give them...
says bullets from... He says, but out of the sky spitting death. He definitely shoots those 2. Yeah. They're dead.
Yes,
it's the next truck that I was wondering if anybody else died in that one.
It's hard to tell, so I didn't credit him with that one.
So he's at 23.
No, he's at 24.
24 with this one.
And then the ending thing is the Batman appearing every month in Detective Comics.
And this just says the Batman.
Yep. That one was infuriating.
Yeah, that one had a lot of,
There's a lot of... It's just a lot.
It really was. It was a lot. It was very far-fetched. There's a lot unexplained. There's a lot of strange, yeah.
I like the artwork.
I mean,
Me too.
it's nuts and it's crazy. It's not terrible. It's just there was too much going on, I think. And then Professor Hugo Strange disappears in the middle of the comic.
Into the water. You don't know if he's dead or not.
Right. And Batman says, I probably haven't seen the last of him, so, one of the lines.
Right.
Yes.
So he'll show back up eventually.
So this one for the synopsis to individuals, it just says Batman and Hugo Strange. That's all it says.
Because they don't want you to...
No one else is credited.
They don't want you to remember that he killed 4 innocent people.
Well, I guess they're all dead and they weren't named, so I guess they don't get credit.
I guess.
And the only location this one says is Gotham City, which is wrong. It's just dead wrong. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's wrong.
Yeah.
That is 100% wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was a lot.
Yeah.
Alright. So in my version, I got this thing called Strictly Publicity by Guy Monroe. It's a story, but it's just 1 page of text.
Like oh really? You have to read it like a book.
Yeah, it says I'll read the first paragraph. It's just isn't possible, the chief was saying. A guy can't be killed when he's all alone in the room with the door and windows barred from the inside and covered with steel shutters. It's just text. Yeah. But it's a story. I didn't read through it because I wasn't reading. If I want to read a book, I'll read a book.
Yeah, I agree.
And then the page after that for me is Meet the Artist. It's just talks about Bob Kane and stuff like that.
Nice.
Still not crediting Bill Finger at all.
Nice. That's great.
And then we go on to the next story, which is in mine called The Cat.
Mine too, The Cat.
Yep.
Mine just says Batman with Robin, the Boy Wonder.
Yeah, well. So, we open up with a speedboat heading towards a cruise ship, I guess.
Yeah.
And Robin or Dick Grayson, I should say, is a waiter on this yacht. Did they just employ kids on yachts back then?
And I guess Batman just sent him by himself there, too?
Yeah, it says Batman says...
He had something to do or something, right?
Reading about the Travers yacht party, eh? It sure is getting a lot of publicity. Everyone knows about it. That's the trouble. Every crook in town will be thinking about stealing that necklace in the can. So, because the old lady on the yacht has this famous necklace. So Batman tells him to go on ahead, and he'll catch up because he has to follow up on a hunch.
Yeah, he's got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. You go where all these criminals are going to be. Go ahead. I'll catch up to you.
So yeah, Dick is just a waiter at this party. He meets this guy with an old woman with a limp.
Yeah, the nephew, his name is Philip, I believe. He already seems creepy to me. I had no idea what was going on, and Denny. His name's Denny. And I already didn't like him from the very beginning.
They make him out that way right away.
Yeah, right away.
So Denny is introducing his Aunt Martha to, I don't know what the old lady's name is here.
Miss Peg.
Miss Peg's, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then another kid waiter, because that's apparently what they just staff kids at this yacht.
Yeah, apparently.
Tells Dick that Denny's probably just using Miss Peg for her money or something.
Yeah, they said Denny borrows money, and apparently so does her brother keep borrowing money from her, too.
I think, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, for his gambling.
So
then here's the first unbelievable thing. Denny just decides to throw this piece of paper overboard, and it blows back in, and Robin gets it.
After Robin hears about the brother trying to borrow more money off of Aunt Mary or
he
Martha.
does overhear that.
And then he throws a piece of paper, gets it, and then keep your aunt out of the room, the cat, because apparently the cat's gonna steal this necklace. And then 2 panels later, the necklace is gone.
So they're kind of setting this up like a clue mystery, and Robin listens in, and the nephew says, "I'll get that money somehow, some way." So Robin's already suspicious about him, and then the other guy, I forget what his name is, he sees Denny throw that paper, and he catches the paper when it comes back on. So now you got 2 suspects right off the bat that they've set up.
Yeah, you forgot Robin's name?
No, Denny. I forgot Denny's name.
You said the guy who catches the paper, which is Robin.
I meant the guy who throws the paper. That's what I meant.
Maybe you didn't want to say Dick. It sounded bad.
Yeah, Dick sounded bad. There's a young kid named Dick on the boat.
Well, he was named in 1939. I don't think it was a big deal back then. Or 1940. Anyway, so they're all upset. Apparently, Aunt Martha had hired a private detective to guard the safe, and now it's gone. But then a bunch of crooks show up on a speedboat.
Yeah, and they think it's the Coast Guard, right?
They think it's the Coast Guard, yeah, because of the fog and stuff in the water.
Okay.
So, and they're like, oh, the Coast Guard's here. They'll be able to solve this for us.
Oh, the crooks even say to the Coast Guard, too. They're like, we're the Coast Guard. We're coming aboard.
Right. And then the crooks come aboard, and they want the necklace, but the necklace was already stolen.
Yeah, and she looks all happy about it, too. She got her hands up. Well, it's already stolen. Too bad. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. I thought I heard an echo. Sorry, I was testing.
Uh-oh. He's worried about the echo again. He's an echo. He doesn't like echoes.
You probably heard an echo because it took my headphones off for a second.
Okay. I thought I did.
He's the echo police.
You can edit that. You can edit that.
No, leave it in, echo police.
We are like an hour into this already, and I will never be able to find it.
No, you're never going to find it.
Good, I'm going to do it again later.
So, anyway, these crooks start robbing the other people because if they can't have the necklace, they're not going to leave without it.
Right.
And then this one guy tries to fight back, and so this other crook's going to shoot him, but Robin tackles him from behind.
And he tells him he mustn't play with guns, he's going to hurt somebody.
I'm sorry, Dick Grayson tackles him from behind.
Yeah, it's not Robin. It's Dick Grayson. Well, it will be soon, though.
And then they all start chasing the kid. They say, get that kid! Yeah. And then Robin punches a guy, and then he jumps in the water. And they say, well, we can't get that kid, he's gone.
Did you get him? Yep, he ain't coming up yet. Sure, boss, we got him. We don't miss. But apparently they do.
And I guess Robin just wears his outfit underneath.
Yes.
Yeah, but where were his gloves and his mask? They were just like shoved in the pockets, and his green boots.
I guess.
Under the water, he changes. He changes. Don't know how, but he does. Under the water, he changes.
Maybe he has a bag attached to the under the ship.
Maybe. He said, I think I better get out of these clothes and into character, is what he says.
Yep. So, anyway, he swims back, and the crooks are still, I don't know what they're doing, actually.
They're running down the steps. Oh, they're talking about getting out of here. Why can't we should go now?
Yeah, okay. And then another speedboat shows up, and Batman's on board.
Everybody knows where this boat is. I'm sure they don't have, like, GPS or nothing, but everybody knows where this boat is in the middle of the ocean.
I mean, they did say in the beginning it's very publicized about this yacht, but man, they just know exactly in the water where it is.
It's pretty easy to find.
It's not like it's at a dock or anything. It's in the middle of the ocean.
It's in the middle of the ocean.
So Batman punches one of these guys, Robin shows back up, and then we get a really, really strange scene. Batman wants to prove that these guys are cowards without guns. So he decides that he's going to put each of these crooks up against Robin, like 4-on-1 in hand-to-hand combat to prove his point.
Also, when he does this, he says he's going to show the kids of America how you yellow rats are without your guns. How is he going to show the kids of America?
I don't know, but after Robin wins and kicks them out, Batman looks at us and says,
he breaks
well, kids, there's your proof. Crooks are yellow without their guns. Yeah. Don't go around admiring them. Rather do the rest in fighting them and their kind. Do your best to fight them and your kind. So I guess what he was referring to is us at home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he broke the fourth wall there. He started talking right to us.
Yeah, but I mean, before, when he said he's going to prove the American kids, right. I think he's talking about us there.
Well, I know it's 1940, but was it, like, being videotaped? I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway,
this is actually a weird one.
Robin beats up these crooks.
Oh, all four of them, yeah.
Yeah, easily enough. I mean, of course he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Robin, and then the fourth wall happens, and then a moment later, with the jewel in their possession, and the men, I guess they're leaving with the jewel.
No, they go. I don't know what happens now. That they get in their boat, and then they go back to the yacht. Yeah,
but they're on the yacht.
No. So in the steps thing, that was them getting back. That was the crooks getting back onto their boat, and Batman comes to their boat.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So all that happened on the bad guy speedboat.
Yes, on the Coast Guard boat.
So Batman gets everybody's crap back, and then he heads back to give it back to them. That's what's going on.
Yeah, and then suddenly at the yacht, they're having a costume party.
This is a weird issue here. Story in this issue.
Yeah, so they're having a costume party, and Aunt Martha is going to award the best costume. And she gives the award to Batman because she thinks he's got the best costume on.
Batman wins a costume party.
And then, so Batman doesn't take it and dumps all their jewels back into to a vase, his trophy, I guess.
Yeah, and tells him he really is the Batman.
And then apparently there's a fire alarm going off.
Now a fire alarm's going off in the middle of the costume party.
And then Batman noticed that the old woman doesn't actually have a limp.
Oh, so she's running.
Yeah, she's running. But instead of chasing her, apparently he sends Robin after her because Robin jumps down the staircase and tackles her.
Robin's pretty rough with this old lady.
Right. But it turns out she's not an old lady. She's wearing a wig and makeup.
Yeah, but when he takes the wig... Oh, well, I see what happens. He takes the wig off, but the old lady makeup's still on her face.
And then he wipes it off.
Yeah, Batman wipes the makeup off.
And so we're introduced to Selina Kyle, Catwoman.
Is this supposed to be Selina Kyle?
Yes.
Well, Batman tells her he's going to spank her if she doesn't shut up.
Yes.
Well, Batman and Selina Kyle are to this day still kind of... Well, they almost got married not too long ago.
She takes him off guard. Like he definitely starts to like she puts her leg up and he's like looking at her leg.
You know what's funny? In the recent issues of Batman, these two are talking and they keep arguing over where they originally met. Batman says they meet on a boat, and Catwoman keeps saying they meet on a street, referring to this comic here where they meet on a boat, and then in the redone Year One Batman comics, they actually meet in a street on that one.
That's pretty funny then.
That is actually really neat.
Yeah.
From two different continuities, so yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's neat, and I didn't actually realize it until I read this comic that was actually happening.
Yeah.
But anyway, the limp is caused because Selina Kyle had the jewel wrapped around her ankle. I don't know why that caused her to limp, though.
Well, she wasn't limping when she was running away.
Yeah, I don't understand why she taped it to her ankle or something.
So the Batman
like that.
could try to like get a little peek up her skirt there when he was trying to touch her leg. That's why.
I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they get the jewel, and then Denny comes in with a gun, and then Batman whacks him with a
with the jewel.
With the jewel, yeah, cracks him with the jewel. Yes.
Denny does have a gun on him, to be fair, but still.
This is the thing they've been trying to get the whole time. Now he's just going to take it and whack Denny in the face with it?
Right, exactly.
And the thing's giant. I mean, it's a giant jewel.
Yeah.
And I mean, he cracks him in the chin with it.
Robin says he's out colder than a dead mackerel.
And then Catwoman tries to get Batman to join her. You know, they can be the king and queen of crime.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, we're taking you to the cops.
Yeah, but I don't know that was Batman's plan.
No, not at all. Because then Batman and Robin are in the speedboat. They're taking Catwoman back to the cops, and then Catwoman jumps in the water, and then Robin's going after her, but Batman bumps him and stops him.
Oops, sorry, Robin.
Too late, she's gone. And say, I'll bet you bumped into me on purpose.
Well, Robin didn't hold back either, did he? He's like, yo, you bumped him into me on purpose, Batman, you sucker.
Right. And then in the last panel before the send-off, it says, lovely girls, what eyes. Say, mustn't forget it. I mustn't forget that I have a girl named Julie. Oh well, she still had lovely eyes. Maybe I'll bump into her again sometime. So, Batman is thinking about cheating on Julie here.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, and then we get this little certificate thing in the end here. So many of our readers have written us such nice letters. Do you got this?
Yeah, I have this too.
Yeah.
That we have decided to show our appreciation. Therefore, on the back cover of this magazine, you will find a full-page autographed picture suitable for framing of both Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder. This is our way of saying thanks, Bob Kane. Do you guys got an autographed picture?
Not in this actual hard copy that I have, but when I went to the next book, it's in the front of the next book.
Yeah, it's at the end of this one, too.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I do have it on there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my next page is actually an advertisement for the Big Six comic magazines still lead the field. So, apparently the Big Six comics at the time was Action Comics, which has Superman, Adventure Comics, which features the Sandman,
okay.
Detective Comics is the Batman, All American Comics, which features Ultraman. I'm not even sure who that is.
Well, I
don't know the Sandman either.
I know the Sandman, but I know of an Ultraman that was a Japanese movie. But
Having been given the life of the spaceman from Nebula M78, Hayata now uses the beta capsule and becomes that super being, Ultraman.
But I never heard of him as a comic book.
Yeah, no, it just says Ultraman. I don't know.
Huh.
And then Fun Comics featuring the Spectre, and then the Flash Comics featuring the Flash.
Oh wow,
Jay
the Flash was that far back?
Well, Jay Garrick's Flash.
But still, the Flash, character itself. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he was a Golden Age character, but it's a different Flash than what we know today.
Right.
And then the next page is another. It's called Two Aces. It just has a picture of a plane on one page and cowboys on the next page. I didn't read it because it's 2 pages of text again.
They really want to. Well, they're trying to get kids to read.
I guess, but man, it's not. I don't know what it is, but it's called Two Aces by George Shute, and I refuse to read it. And then the next page is another comic called Ginger Snaps.
Huh?
Ginger Snaps. Where is it?
Is it a redhead? That's racist.
No, she's a small girl with like locks with black hair.
Oh, okay.
And it's 2 pages long, and she sees an advertisement for a soda, and then this guy that looks like the guy that eats hamburgers from Popeye shows up.
Wimpy.
Yeah, but he's super fat.
Okay.
And so the girl says, well, it's her uncle, and his name's Uncle Zepp. Uncle Zepp, will you buy me a soda? So they go in, and he orders 2 sodas. They drink it, but Uncle Zepp keeps drinking sodas over and over. He won't stop. He drinks like 30 sodas, and then they go outside, and he's got gas, and then because he drank so much soda, he starts floating away like a balloon.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's all it is. 2 pages. And then the next page for me is a page called Fantastic Facts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's got, in one corner, it's got a pirate riding what looks like a horse, talking to a clown that says, hi, and the pirate's saying, hi, babe.
Okay.
But then there's facts here. In Egypt, they say, how are you sweating instead of how's your health?
How are you sweating?
How are you sweating instead of how's your health?
Okay.
And then they have 2 old guys, doing that greeting, how are you sweating? And they're all sweaty. And then it says greetings and salutations over 2 Indians. And it says the tribe of the Mexican Indians blow into a friend's ear as a greeting.
Well, that's weird. I wouldn't like that.
Well, I don't understand what's happening right now.
These are fantastic facts.
And then in Morocco, the firing of a pistol is considered a warm welcome.
Oh, yay. Oh, Chris is here.
I start doing that whenever anybody comes over.
Start shooting guns off.
Shooting in the air. It's just a warm welcome. That's all.
And then in the lower right corner, there's a picture of a kangaroo. It says, kangaroos, although they grow to a height of 8 feet, are only 1 inch long at birth.
I knew that for some reason. I don't know why I knew that, but I knew that for some reason.
And then we have another guy, who's getting punched in the face saying, who's Joe Louis? And then there's a picture of Jack Dempsey underneath it, the boxer.
Yeah.
It says, Jack Dempsey's left hook traveled at the terrific speed of 135 miles an hour. Joe Louis ranks next with 127 miles an hour. And that was fantastic. That was fantastic facts. It was so crazy that I had to explain it.
I liked it. I would like that in the middle of the comic for some reason.
That one I would like that. It sounded like chaos while you were reading it, but actually it was probably really.
I think you lost Lumpy for a little bit. He was like, "What is going on here?"
I was actually going back. I was looking up Ultraman, and they made a big deal about him, but he was only in 11 comics.
Now was he like in a silver outfit?
No, that's the one that's a different Ultraman.
That was my favorite as a kid. That was a TV show called Ultraman. It was great. I think it was from Japan.
Yeah, that was the one that came in the 60s, but it has nothing to do with this guy at all. This is literally just a guy with no shirt. He looks like he's wearing a kilt or something, and he has like a red mohawk.
Really?
But he literally he debuted on All American Comics number 8 and finished in number 19, and that was it.
TJ, he just described Sheamus from wrestling.
What?
He just described Sheamus from wrestling. He said he had a kilt on and a red mohawk.
I can't tell for sure, but he looks like he's got a kilt on, and he definitely has a red mohawk.
I don't think that's a mohawk. It looked like a helmet to me in the picture.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a green helmet like with a red like top.
Yeah. All right, so before we get on to the next comic, we didn't read the individuals from the last one, the cat. I'll just go real fast. It's just Batman, Robin, the cat's first appearance, Martha Travers, Denny Travers, Dr. Wallace, and Roger. And it says locations Gotham City, and then vehicles luxury cruise ship. So apparently they were still in Gotham on the cruise ship. And that's all.
No, I think they were in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, the way they portrayed it.
It says locations Gotham City, and then vehicles luxury cruise ship, so.
Yeah, but they didn't even list Manhattan when it says Manhattan.
That's true. This is true.
Or Metropolis, which was stated.
Anyway, are we ready to move on after all that?
Yeah, I guess
Yep.
so.
Alright, we're going into the last story of this long comic. As it's 13 pages, the first one was, and it's the Joker's Return.
Right.
And it says the Joker's Return actually on the comic.
Yeah, the Joker returns.
Yeah, that's what mine says that too. So.
And they call him the Harlequin of hate.
They do. The opening page has Robin pole vaulting? Oh no, he's hanging off of a pole. I see.
Yeah, he's hanging from
it's a flagpole.
Yeah, and
Joker's got an axe.
He's got a hatchet, yeah, and he's about to kill Batman with it. Well, we truly open with Joker in prison, and he blows up the... Everyone just has chemicals hidden away.
Yeah, and he's only been in jail for 2 days.
Yeah, and he's the second person in this comic to break out of prison.
Yeah.
Batman should just stick to killing people because they don't stay in prison very long.
Yeah, apparently the prison guards are as good as the police back then, so...
Well, when you got explosive chemicals like the Batman, doesn't matter where you keep them.
That the Joker keeps them in his teeth.
Yeah, well, where else were you going to keep them?
In the heels of your shoes, I guess.
I was about to say, in your shoes, like Batman?
What if Joker kicked Batman in the face with the one chemical, and Batman had the other chemical? They would have both exploded.
Why don't they do that? That would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
So anyway, the Joker escapes, and then they hear that the Joker has escaped, okay? And then Joker's sneaking through a cemetery, and I think he goes underneath a tombstone.
It does look like he pushes a tombstone aside and goes down.
Down into a basement, and then he announces that the chief of police, Chambers, is going to bring death tonight at 10 o'clock. So
if he hates Batman so much, why don't he just announce that he's going to kill Batman?
Because he doesn't know where Batman is.
Okay. Yeah, you got to find Batman. You're right.
But what I don't understand, it shows him breaking out and going downstairs to them. When did he have time the day before to poison the police chief at 10 o'clock the next...
Did you see how the police chief actually gets killed in a weirder way than that? Did you see how that one happened?
I forgot. This is the phone one.
Yeah, there was a dart in the phone and Joker had to yell real loud and it made the dart go in his ear.
When did he have time to go into the police chief's house? It's right. The police chief I mentioned to you. His house, and stick a needle in there and then scream real loud.
Guess what? I don't even think it was in his house. I think it was at the police station.
Yeah, it was in the police station.
That's even worse.
It was. Yeah, that's even more impossible.
He sent it through the phone line. That's what he.
And I don't think its physics works that way. I don't care how loud you yell. I don't think it's pushing a dart that hard into somebody and killing them.
No, I don't think so either.
Anyway, death count number 5.
And
then the next night, he steals a painting.
Yeah.
But he doesn't kill anybody this time.
But what's the guy that's smiling in the chair? Is he dead?
No, yeah, he's a different guy. It says the next night after that, a rare gem is stolen, so kill count 6.
Yeah, he kills that guy.
And so he just goes on a killing spree here.
Yeah, he's definitely a serial killer at this point.
Then he goes he announces he's going to steal the Cleopatra necklace, which he failed to do last issue.
Oh, he did tell Robin he was going to do that too, but it's just a little late. He'll get it.
Yep.
Yeah, so Batman stops him before he could do it last time.
And and he says he's going to steal the Cleopatra picture. The Joker has spoken, and then Batman says, or Bruce Wayne says, "And I'll stop you. The Batman has spoken."
To himself.
Yeah, to himself. Anyway, Joker shows up at the museum. He's hiding inside of a sarcophagus.
Yeah, I don't know. And they don't even know what that's called. They call it a mummy case.
Yes.
How he got into that sarcophagus and how he got it placed in the exact room where they're storing his gem and them not checking it at all. They are the worst cops ever.
Yeah, and Joker's pretty good for being able to do all this stuff too.
Yeah. Anyway, so Joker opens up and releases gas, and then he tries to steal the Cleopatra necklace, but then knocks out Batman again.
Yeah, kicks Batman's ass again.
Picks up an axe and tries to chop him with it, but then the cops are coming, so he runs away, leaving Batman practically unconscious on the floor. And the cops are like, hey, we didn't get Joker, but we can find out who Batman really is.
Yeah.
Then Batman wakes up and kicks the crap out of the police.
But Batman wakes up and does some kind of weird
dance move.
Ballerina dance move. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
He's definitely twirls and knocks 2 cops out.
Yeah. And then jumps out the window.
Of course he jumps out the window.
Yeah.
Jumps out the window and swings up onto the roof.
And ditches the cops completely. They don't even look on the roof. They're like, nope. I guess he's gone.
He's gone now. But this is where it gets interesting. People are finally realizing the cops are inept, so this got other guys saying, the cops are inept, we gotta stop these criminals, because the cops can't.
Yeah, Edgar Martin.
Edgar Martin. So this activist is Joker's next target, as he says he's gonna kill him next. And this is where the cards come in. The police are protecting him, and he's so nervous that he's gonna die. He said, here, the cops give him cards. Here, play some solitaire. And then he just happens to cut himself on the card and dies from it.
But the police, when they hand him the cards, they don't have a case on them or nothing. So how come nobody else got cut by these?
Well, he didn't get cut till he shuffled them.
Well,
yeah, it's true.
This is Death Count 7. But my point is, what happens if he decided he wasn't going to play card? What happens if he was too nervous or something? What was the Joker's plan?
I don't know, but this guy used some foul language. He says, darn it, when he cuts himself.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Right, exactly. What if somebody else would have slipped? Like, Joker doesn't care who else gets killed either.
No, but he would have not been able to kill him, and it would have ruined his whole plan would have fell apart.
Maybe the guy has a problem. Maybe he's addicted to playing cards and Joker knew it.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Because the cops had the cards and they were like, here, you play with this to calm down.
I tried to look up Edgar Martin to see if it was a real person, and there is an Edgar Martin middle school, and there was an Edgar Martin who was a cartoonist.
Well, maybe that's who they named him after.
Yeah, maybe it's like calling out their buddies. Who knows?
So then we're in Commissioner Gordon's office, and he's talking to Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne's like, why don't you put a jewel up to trap the Joker? Isn't that what they've been doing?
Well, yeah. I mean, they know he's going for the jewel every time. They can't stop him.
I mean, this is another jewel that he's going to eventually steal anyway.
Yeah, this is a bad plan.
This is it's not even a plan. It's exactly what he's been doing.
Yeah. Why don't they just wait for him to say which one he's going to steal? Instead, they're going to put one out there for him to steal?
Right. And the Joker reads the paper about this gem, and he knows it's a trap.
He's got to get it anyway, though.
Yeah, that's
what it's a Gollum scene where he's like, jewels, my pretty jewels.
Yeah, this is where his obsession with stealing the jewels and stuff comes into play, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
So he just needs these jewels, I think. I don't know.
I think this one he sees as a challenge. Like, oh yeah, Batman, you think you're going to set me up? I know it's a setup. I'm coming for it anyway.
Yeah, but he doesn't know the Batman's doing it. It's more of a challenge from the police because it's official.
Yeah.
Right? It wouldn't be the Batman.
I think you're right.
So anyway, the Joker announces he's going to steal the jewel at 9 o'clock tomorrow. He comes out of here's the other thing. I thought it was at a museum or something, but no, the Joker shows up at some person's house.
Yeah, it just comes in through the window.
Yeah, he's stealing Batman's routine coming in through the window.
He didn't break it though. At least he just walked in through it.
That's fair. He just walked through it. And I think he shoots 4 cops here and kills them.
That's what it looks like. I know he at least shoots 2. And the third guy's throwing a gun up in the air.
But he's holding his chest like he's shot too.
Yeah.
But the last guy who's chasing him out also gets shot.
I say he killed them all.
Yeah, 4. If my Joker Venom don't get you, bullets will. So he shoots those 3 and shoots the guy that's chasing him.
Alright, so that's 11 for Joker.
So
he's catching up, but it's still 23 to 11 right now.
Yeah, he's almost halfway there though. He only had two books. And
true.
And there is there is something I'm going to say at the end when we're done this comic that's going to tell you the Joker's going to pass him. So.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. But anyway, so Joker kills him, and then Robin sees him. I don't know why Robin is there.
I don't know why Joker doesn't just shoot Robin.
He doesn't see him at first.
I know, but he says that boy again.
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he? It shows Joker running out of the house, and then he goes up to the roofs for some reason.
Oh, no, he runs... I think that was a door getting out onto the roof. I think that was like the stairwell leading up to the roof.
But the grass looks green.
Yeah, that's weird.
You know
In the last comic, when you said that there was no water around, there actually was, but the water was green. So they kind of do some funky stuff with color here.
Well, this looks like grass, though. There's some scribbles down there on the ground. Now that when he shoots the guy chasing him, definitely looks like there's grass on the ground.
Yeah, I mean,
but in the next panel, it's blue.
You're right. It is.
Yeah, it does say the Joker makes for the roof. So I guess he makes for the roof, and then they're jumping across buildings, and Robin chase after him, and then Joker punches him off a roof.
Yeah, he just kind of slaps him in the face right off a roof.
He got lucky. He's lucky that pole was sticking out of that lady's window.
Well, there's a lot. For some reason, there's a lot of poles sticking off of buildings. I don't know why. I've never seen poles sticking off of buildings, but
they're flag poles.
Yeah, have you ever seen that? That one, like in the city, I never really noticed poles hanging out of people's windows.
No, I haven't. My mom's house.
Are you sure they're flagpoles and not like laundry lines or something?
Oh, that's a good point, too. They could be.
Oh, you think they're like big apartment buildings and they got their laundry hanging out there?
Yeah, I mean, because you don't have washers and dryers back then.
Yeah, that's a possibility, too.
I didn't think of that. It definitely could be a laundry pole.
And
anyway.
It says Robin almost tears his arms off when he grabs the pole, too.
Anyway, the Joker walks down the steps off the roof, sees Robin up there, but then Batman shows up and tells the Joker to stop.
Yeah.
Stops him from shooting Robin, and then they just look. I guess Batman and Joker are talking, and then Robin falls off the pole onto an awning and on top of the Joker.
Well, before that, we find out that the Joker is the smartest criminal ever lived. You know why?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because he says, "I know you got a bulletproof vest on, so I'm going to shoot you in the head."
Except that bulletproof vest doesn't work against needles, so...
Yeah, it's true. Well, it's a vest. It doesn't have sleeves.
It's not on his arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. His chest and sleeves look exactly alike to me.
But Robin does. He falls like 40 feet down a building, bounces off an awning, and lands on the Joker's neck.
Right. And then in the next panel, Batman's just punching Joker. And then Joker pulls a knife.
Yeah.
And then Batman stabs the Joker in the heart with his own knife.
Yeah.
And then Joker's stunned, he says, and starts laughing, says the Joker is gonna die. Ha ha ha, the laugh of the Joker. Ha ha ha. Clown laughing. Ha ha ha. It says clown laughing. Right
it really does say clown laughing. Or clown laugh.
And then Batman thinks the Joker's dead, and then the police show up, and they run away. And then we find out in the next panel, the last panel before the send-off panel, that he's not dead. The Joker's still alive.
Yeah, he's gonna live.
Yeah. It's funny. The story, Bob Kane actually really did want to kill off the Joker.
Oh, really?
It's supposed to be his last story right here, the Joker. But he was overruled, and people decided they wanted the Joker to come back. So if it was up to Bob Kane, Joker would be dead right here.
Well, that would have been a big mistake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, the story ends with that, but then we get golden rules for the Robin regulars. Robin's code. R for readiness, O for obedience, B for brotherhood, I for industrialism, and N for nationalism. Yeah. And so this one kid is helping escorting an old guy across the street, and he offers to give him a tip, but the kid says, no thank you. And that's how you should be a Robin regular.
Yeah, the kid tells him, I'm a member of Robin's regulars. Yeah.
So, be good, kids.
Yeah, be a Robin's regular.
Yeah, don't be a Batman regular, because he kills people.
Yeah.
But Robin regular.
Well, Robin's got a kill count too, though.
Yeah, Robin's got a little bit of a kill count. But,
how many's he got?
I have 2 for him so far.
2 for Robin.
He knocked a couple guys off of the construction site.
Yeah.
So I found this is what I mentioned earlier. It says, Batman's casual murder of Professor Strange's monster men proved to be controversial, resulting in editor Whitney Ellsworth asking Kane and Finger to tone down the kill count in future stories. This eventually led to editorial establishing the no-killing rule for Batman and other DC superheroes.
Well, we're gonna get to it, but pretty soon the Comics Code Authority shows up and starts putting restrictions on like there's no sex, there's no...
Really? Like in the 40s?
I think it actually shows up in the 50s and 60s. That's when it starts getting crazy with like Bat Baby and stuff.
Oh, okay. I can't wait. I can't freaking wait.
But yeah, so yeah.
So the Joker returns individuals: Batman, Robin, James Gordon, the Joker, Chalmers, and Edgar Martin. And then it says locations: Gotham City and Gotham City Police Headquarters. So where that cop got killed by the thing in his ear was in police headquarters. Not just a regular police station, police headquarters, apparently.
Headquarters.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it for the comic. I got an advertisement for the next Detective Comics and some advertisement for a recorder or like I forget what it's, one of those things. And then you get the autographed picture of Batman and Robin at the end.
Yeah, which isn't a great picture. It's almost it's like the cover from this one.
Yeah, it's just so generic.
But you're supposed to you need to frame it.
Yeah, you cut it out and frame it.
I mean, it's autographed. Why wouldn't you?
It's got Bob Kane's name on it, but that's it. Yours for bigger and better thrills, Batman. And that goes double for me, Robin. That's what they wrote.
Whew. Yeah. That was a long one.
Yeah.
It was.
So we made it.
We made it. What do you guys think?
I liked it. I think they went all out for that first spring issue, definitely.
I thought it was really good. I mean, again, there was definitely some quirky stuff in some of it where it definitely got a little bit crazy. But I thought all in all it was really good. And again, the drawings are really well done. So
yeah, I mean, what do you want for 1940,
Right.
I mean, it's probably still some of the best comics of the time.
Definitely. Ultraman only made it 11 episodes. So that was it.
Yeah. Well, anything else left to say, guys?
I got nothing. This was, I think we covered pretty good the entire book here.
Yeah, I think that was really good.
All right, so, like I mentioned in the beginning, this is the final episode of the season 1. So we're going to be taking a little bit of a hiatus here. I don't know when we'll be back. It won't be, super long, but we're going to take a little bit of a break and release our next batch, come back with season 2.
And the next batch is going to be we're going to end it on years by then, in the next batch, right?
Yeah. So we end it with the spring issue here because it's Batman #1. It makes sense. But from here on out, we're going to finish 1940 for 72, and then 1943 will be season 3, 44, so forth and so forth and so forth.
Wait, This is 1940, right?
Yes.
So the next one will be 41, not 43.
I said 40, 41, 42,
okay.
43, so forth.
I only heard 43, and I was like, wait a minute, is there no comics until 43?
We're skipping, we don't like 41 and 42, we're going to skip it.
yeah, we're done with that.
Nope. And we are covering every Batman issue and every Detective Comic issue. But I don't think we've mentioned it in the beginning. Batman itself is released seasonally for some reason. Springs, winter, fall, for a couple years, and then they go bi-monthly. So I don't know why. I guess there was too much for them to do Detective Comics and Batman at the same time. But yeah, so you get one Batman issue for every 3 months. Anyway, that's all I have. Unless you want to push anything, Uncle Chris.
If you like the sound of my voice, you can find me at Jay and Silent Bob Minute. We're probably going to be on Dogma when you get this. You can go to my eBay store, Chris1200. Maybe I'll try to get some Batman stuff up there. And that's it.
You can find all the other podcasts I do on this channel. So look for that. All right, Uncle Chris, do your stupid joke.
Come on, this one's good. You ready? This one's a little dirty, though, so kids might want to cover their ears. When is Joker not plotting a murder?
When
he's riding his Harley. Come on.
Too soon.
Too soon. It is too soon. It is too soon. But it just happened to be a Joker joke popped up for this episode, so that was good.
I like it.
Wait. Hold on. Was this the one you were saving for since last week?
No.
The last one we did?
No. You want to hear that one?
Why are you still saving it?
I don't know, because I got to it and I thought, I don't know if I like it. I got to change it anyway because there's a curse word in it. All right, you ready? What do you get the bat who has everything?
What?
How about unmurdered parents, you jerk? That was the one I liked.
It doesn't have everything, you're right.
Lump, do me a favor, stop the recording.
Bye.
Later.